Now that you've had a little bit of time to play around with Mr. Soundman, let's see how this knowledge converts right over to the mixing board. As I can't really do that live on the mixing board, what I want to show you, I've brought up a plugin here that will kind of simulate the EQ section of your mixing board. This program here is divided up into 4 sections. The EQ is divided up into 4 sections, and they're marked peak 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to call them lows, low mids, mid-range, and highs. And if this was on your mixing board, these knobs here would all be lined up in a row on one channel. This represents a parametric EQ, and as we know in a parametric EQ, we have a knob that will control the frequency, and that's what frequency we want to adjust. And as you can see in the graph on the above, as I move the knob down here, I'm able to select the frequency that I want to work on, and I'll say right now I want to work on somewhere around 200 there. And if I went down to the gain control and started adding 200, well, here, let me give you this back the other way so we can have the example. If I start adding in the 200 range, you can see that I've actually affected frequencies from all the way down here to 60 all the way up to almost 500. And I don't want to do that. I just want to control that 200. So this is where the Q comes in. This is a good visual portrayal of how Q works. And as you can see here, as I tighten up the Q, as I bring it closer to 0, the graph above tightens in around the frequency that I had originally chosen. And the Q gives me the ability to now just control that small range instead of the wide range that it was originally at. The Q is very important in dialing in the exact frequency that you want to adjust. And so as we see, we made an adjustment here in our lows, and if we wanted to do something in the low mids, we could select our frequency here and then add or subtract, and I'll tighten up the Q. And then again we move over again, and this would be our mid-range, and we select our mid-range frequency, and let's add some there and tighten up the Q. Okay, so we can see now how we control everything using a parametric. Let's see how it all sounds using it. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to start a track going here. I've got a vocal track. And I'm going to go ahead and switch back over here and flatten this all back out.
Flamingo in a magazine, almost hidden in the green, I see her there.
Okay, what you're listening to now is the original track.
Redder than a sunset, wilder than I get on a day.
So let's see how our EQ works with this.
Flamingo rises through the mist.
We're going to start in the low end.
Why did I resist the dream?
I want to add a little bit more bottom end to her vocal.
Kissed.
So I'm going to just pick a range right in here around 200.
You begged for the reason why.
I'm going to switch it off now, so let's compare the two.
Release my fears. Now I wipe away my tears. Flamingo fly.
I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the EQ.
La la da 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 la la.
I'm going to go ahead and widen out my Q a little bit.
Flamingo in a magazine, almost hidden in the green. I see her there, elegant.
Let's fatten it up there.
Redder than a sunset, wilder than I get.
I'll switch it off.
On a day when I close my eyes, flamingo
Back on.
rises through the mist. Why did I resist the dream that I once kissed? Goodbye.
Okay, I'm going to reset that.
You begged for the reason.
We'll go up here and
why
work with the mid-range.
I couldn't release my fears.
Just to give you an example
Now I
here.
wipe away my tears. Flamingo fly.
And I'll take it off.
Fly. There's nothing I can do, just fly.
So you can see here and here the effects of using the channel EQs. The high and low pass filters are found often on some mixing boards, and I'll give you a quick example of how they work.
Flamingo in a magazine, almost hidden in the green. I see her there, elegant, redder than a sunset, wilder than I get
Okay,
on a day when I close my eyes. Flamingo rises